Alright, so first and foremost, I'm going to start off by saying Barakatham, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Bahasham Kakadash. Double honor unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the hopefully elect, started with the 144,000. Shalom. Alright, so so the title of this lesson, I ain't watched it yet, but I seen the brother, Conga Bar, he had did a lesson, and it said, it basically, take advantage of this gift. And, this gift of faith that we have, or this faith that we have is a gift, right, from Yahweh Shah, according to, Ephesians, right? What is that? I want to say it's Ephesians 4. Bear with me. It might be Ephesians 2, bear with me, hold up, gift. It's like Ephesians 2, 8 says, for by grace are you saved through faith, right? And that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh, right? So, this ain't nothing that, we can try to join in or choose or things such, because Yahweh has chosen us. They say, you have not chosen me, I have chosen you, right? What was that, John? Let's slack it for that. Let's cut this off so we don't get no notifications, right? John 15:16, real fast, it says, ye have not chosen me, I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain. Whatsoever you ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you, right? So this is a gift of faith, because everybody don't got the names of Yahweh Shah, right? Yahweh being the Father, Bahashim, meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shah the Son. Because we can't get through the Father, but through the Son, right? Only way we can get to the Father is through the Son, because he's that mediator. Now that's that adoption that it talks about, right? In Romans, that Paul talks about in Romans 9:4, right? But understanding it, it just hit me in the spirit because I was watching Elder Pastor Romney lesson, and then as soon as I cut the lesson on, it hit me in the spirit. He quoted something. He said, because this truth, it ain't all just given to one man. So this brother might have a talent, this brother might have a talent, right? And Lord willing, this one necessarily been alone. I just want to, go into it, I want to tell you, take advantage of this talent. I think the brother had titled his, take advantage of this gift of faith. I'm titled this, take advantage of this talent, because this talent that we have it's a gift from Yahweh Shah, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians 12, right? 1 Corinthians 12, and I started verse 1. It says, now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I will not have you ignorant. You know that you were Gentiles carried away to dumb idols, even as you were led. And that's the thing right here. People don't even understand who those Gentiles are. That's a gift that we have, to be able to understand and knowledge, understand the parables, the mysteries, the things that's in this book. We have this gift to understand this, right? And that comes from Yahweh Shah, right? That's why we have this gift of faith that we have. We have this faith, right? Believing strong in his word and his truth, because Yahweh Shah gives that faith unto us to understand this knowledge, to understand this knowledge, understanding. To be able to break it down, to be able to, truly understand what happened, what been happened, things that said, what's going to happen. Prophecy, right? The spirit of prophecy, we having that spirit, right? It says, wherefore I give you to understand that no man speaketh by the spirit of Yahweh, calleth Yahweh Shah cursed. That no man can say that Yahweh Shah is Lord but the Holy Spirit, right? Because the Spirit gonna come upon you to really allow you to understand and be able to really break down his knowledge. That's why these people who going off, that's how you know the Most High not dealing with them, because the Spirit ain't on them, right? They got those evil spirits on them, right? And it's causing them, those 2/3, those ones who gonna be destroyed, those stumbling blocks, those ones that Satan grabbing up, right? You got the physical sons and daughters of Satan, which is Esau, Edom, and you got the spiritual demon of doubt, right? It comes to grab you up, those demons, right? And that's why, when the Spirit come on you, actually, I'm going to go back to Ephesians 4. When the Spirit come on you, and we know this word what cleanses us. That's the true baptism. This word what cleanses us. So when the Spirit comes upon you, you purge out that fleshful, deceitful way, and you come into a new man. You grow into a spiritual man, right? So you can, because 1 Corinthians 2, right, chapter 2, it tells you, right, the natural man can't receive these things, right? So this, actually, I'm going to go back to this. Ephesians 4, verse 22, it says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is the flesh, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. And there's those men who don't really understand Yahushua, don't really understand his purpose, his ministry. They don't understand his truth at all. In the flesh, but this truth is spiritual. It says, verse 23, it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, because that's the spirit of Yahushua. That's why Philippians is saying, let this mind be in you, right? Because who he's talking about? Talking about Yahushua. The spirit that was upon Yahushua, right? He did the will of the Father, right? He knew what he had to do. He ain't put nothing else before it, right? And he endured the suffering, he endured the pain, he endured everything that came with it. And that's the mind that we gotta have for being in this truth. But everybody don't got that gift of faith to hang on to endure to the end, right? So let's go back to 1 Corinthians, right? Because the point when I'm going in, right, of the whole thing is understanding that you gotta take advantage of your talent, because as we're gonna go to Matthew 25, if you don't take advantage of this gift that the Most High give you, right, then the Most High gonna take it away. Right, because the truth is not all the truth, as Elder Apostle Roman say, the truth not all just is given to one man. That's why you have brothers who are correct, brothers because they correct a brother. Brother might know this, brother might know the history, brother might know the prophecy, brother might be good at the break. Like you have these different gifts, which we're gonna read. Right, it's verse 4. Right, it says, now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and that's the Spirit of Yahushua. Right, because the truth is not just given out to one man. Right, it's not just giving out one. No, ain't just one person just able to, it's diversity of gifts, but it's all in the same spirit. That's why when these other camps going off teaching all these other doctors, how the Spirit not dealing with them, man, because it's all one sound, one voice, right? These knowledge understanding, right? It's definitely, like Apostle Roman say, it's definitely things that were changed and fixed over time, right? Not necessarily changed. There were things that were fixed over time, right? Because Yahushua might have woke this brother, might put the Spirit on this brother, say this thing. By put the Spirit on his brother, because every time it's correction or it's chastening, that's just the Most High mercy. That's the Most High correcting us, putting the Spirit upon. Like for instance, when we used to read, they're not the Son of God. They're the what is that? And Revelation. Just an example real fast. Revelations 2. I want to say it's 2 and 9. Yeah, 2 and 9, right? It says, I know thy works of tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, why the son of God of Satan. Understand, this is a twofold scripture, right? Because it's really talking about who? It's really talking about Jake, right? Who try to go on and say that they're the true Jew, but they're not. They're foolish. They ain't in the ways of Yahushua. It's a twofold scripture, right? But that's that mercy when the elder came out and correct. That's that mercy. Yahushua putting all those ones who can truly understand that Yahushua can correct us, right? That they can have us understanding the 100% truth, the true doctrine, right? But that was just a quick example. But I'm gonna go back to 1 Corinthians 12, right? And I'm at verse 4 again. It said, now there are diversity of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there is difference of administrations, but the same Lord, and there are diversity of operations, but it's the same power which worketh in all, right? It's the same power worketh in all, because it's all the Spirit of Yahushua, man. Bashem Kakadash, right? It says, but the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal, because you got to take advantage of it, right? It says, for one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse of kinds of tongue, meaning it's like diverse kinds of tongue, meaning he can speak different languages, right? So another the interpretation of tongue, meaning he can understand different languages, right? It says, but all these workers that one and the self and the all these workers that one and the self same Spirit divided to every man severally as he will. Yahushua gives out those, he and you got this talent, but it's all through the Spirit. Right, I'm gonna go to the NLT. This 1 Corinthians chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse I'm start at verse 6, right? It says, Yahweh works in different ways, but it's the same power who does the work in all of us. A spiritual gift is given to each of us so we can help each other. And that's the point I read in the text. I want you to see that, because that's the truth not given to one man. So this brother might have this spirit. That's why at 1 Corinthians also 14 talks about how, you know, when one prophesies, you need to have two or three with you, because you might say something and the spirit might come on this brother, and he can back you up just as well, right? You know, it's all working the same thing, man. It's all working the same thing, right? It says, so, you know, so we all can help each other. Two are greater than one, right? But you gotta take advantage of that gift, or you can't play around with it. You gotta get out here and do righteous fruit, bring forth righteous fruit, right? I just want to read that precept right there in the NLT, Lord willing, right? Then let's see, going back at verse 12, it says, for as the body is one. That's why it talks about, you know, it's better to be mammon than the whole body going to hell. So if you got a brother who ain't using his talent, or he ain't taking advantage of his talent, that's why scriptures tell you to get rid of him, get off him, because we're on body in Mashiach Yahushua, right? We're one body in Yahushua. So if you got a brother who, you know, he had that body and he not bringing forth he not multiplying his talent, he not doing the works, then, you know, you got to get rid of him, right? Because he can harm the whole body, right? It says, for as the one body is one, like for as the body is one, has many members, all the members of that one body, which are the elect, which is, you know, which is the elect, or next there is a beginning with the elect, right? Because that's what the truth is for right now. Yahweh Shai is coming for his elect. He ain't dealing with you 2/3 right now, right? Because you wicked, right? It says being many are one body. So also in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, right? So going from there, let's say, go to Matthew 25 real fast. It wasn't gonna be no long, you know, just want to go through this in the spirit, right? Matthew 25, and going to with the talents, right? Right here, so let's see, bear with me. Right here, right? I'll start verse 14. Matthew 25:14 says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered them his goods, right? And who is that? Who the servants? The elect. Who's that calling us? Yahweh Shai, man, right? You know, what's the good? This gift of faith, this knowledge and understanding. You know, one brother might do 2-3 videos a day. This brother might do 1 to 2 videos a day. This brother might just do 1 video a day. You know, things of this such, right? You know, everybody got their talents, right? Got to take advantage of it, though, right? It says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another, that's like it. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 2, and to another 1. To every man according to his several ability. He straightway took his journey, right? You see that? That's the spirit right there, the ability, right? Because you might not be able to, you know, you're not gonna make as many videos as the elders apostle, right there. So they doing videos counts every day, but that don't mean that you're not worthy of, you know, of this gift of faith. That don't mean how about y'all not dealing with you. It's just that everybody have their talents. You gotta take advantage of your talent, man. You know, as this parable that Yahweh Shai telling them going to say, right? He says, then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So he went to turn his 5 talents to 10, right? He said, and likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained the other 2. So he turned his 2 into 4. He said, but he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money, right? He says, after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckon with them, right? Because why? Yahweh shall say what? I come with a reward for every man of his works. So Yahweh shall give us his knowledge and understanding, give us his talent. That's why you see brothers falling out. That's why you see brothers being sifted out. That's why sifting is going on heavy right now. You know, with these leaders of these camps, all type of things. The Most High is separated because they not truly taking advantage of their talents, man. You know, they hide their talent. Even brothers getting, you know, falling out the truth because they not multiplying their talent. They're not taking advantage of it. They feel like just because they got the truth, right? They feel like just because they had the truth or understanding at one point, they feel like they can do whatever they want. Whether that's coming up with their own doctrine, teaching their own way, because they start getting that lust. They start getting that lust of the flesh back on them. They start feeling good in the hierarchy, right? They start feeling good about themselves, right? They start feeling good about, you know, start feeling good about how people look at them because they understand things as such, right? Instead of really focus on the will, how about seeing how shot. I can't think of that precept that Elder Apostle Rum he brought out a while ago. I'm gonna have to go watch the lesson. You can find it, but it was talking about how, the literally count, they love being in those high seats. They love being in those top seats. So therefore, they about like with Jeroboam, right? He ain't want the northern kingdom come back to Jerusalem because he ain't want them to start following the ways of the southern kingdom. Not because they were doing wrong, because he wanted the power. He didn't want them to go against him. He wanted them to turn on him. That's how some of these camp leaders move, man. Right? They that power and all that stuff start getting to their head, man. Right? But getting back to the parable, he said, but he that have received one went and did in the earth this Lord's money. Right? They ain't teaching the truth. They ain't teaching the truth. They out here doing everything up, teaching the truth, right? He said, after a long time, the Lord of those servants coming and reckon with them. And he said to the one that had received 5 talents, so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou hast delivered unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 more talents. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I'll make thee ruler over many things. Enter down to the joy of thy Lord. And that's what it is. The ones who sacrificed, the ones who put everything aside for the truth, Yahweh said it, right? What you tell Peter, right? The ones who give everything and follow me, you're gonna receive 100-fold, right? He said, he that also received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou delivered unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I'll make thee ruler over many things. Enter down to the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping what thou hast not sown, and gathering what thou hast not scrawled. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo there thou hast thine. It's like lo there thou hast thine. It's like I keep reading wrong. Lo there thou hast that is thine. Right? He said, his Lord said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my. Right? What did he say? Right? What did he say? He say, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, then at my coming I should have received my own usury. So he's saying, right, I should have put my money in the bank before I gave it to you, because at least I would have got something back. Right? That's why he say, my people be destroyed for lack of knowledge. Right? Because the Most High put the mercies out here. Right? We in the mercy period. Right? And this truth is out here. Right? And you have brothers who understand it, knowledge, understand it, but guess what? They choose their own way. They fall out this truth. They choose the way of this world. So the Most High gotta do what? The Most High gotta take that talent from him, man. Right? You gotta give it to somebody who gonna really take advantage of it. Right? It says, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which had 10 talents. For to every one that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into the outer darkness. Therefore there shall be the weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that's what we do. Right? You don't take advantage of your talent, guess what? The Most High gonna script that spirit from you. Right? You're gonna take that spirit from you, you're gonna take that gift from you. Right? So now you out here scrambling like a chicken with your head cut off. Now you lost. Now you confused. Wisdom and knowledge to be stability, not time. Now you not stable. You here, there, you all over the place. You losing. Because even though you take that spirit from you, little demons come on you and they bring in 7 more. Right? So when the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations. He shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. He shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, and inherit the kingdom which is the elect. It says, prepared for you from the foundation of the world, because the elect was what? Ordained. The elect was ordained, right? The elect was ordained for this, man. It was given them. That's why we got to get the faith. That's why, this work we do, right? The work we do is showing due diligence. right? You see that they did, the ones who got the work, they got the talents, right? You got to take advantage of it, because that's going to be a reward for this work. Our labor is not in vain, you know. It ain't just that you out here doing this work and the Most High is going to say, F him, unless you out here doing bullshit, because you reap what you sow, man. Unless you out here doing bullshit. A lot of these people out here doing bullshit. So the Most High take a talent from people who really want to grow, right? People who really want to grow, man, right? So you got to take advantage of the talent, man. You know, you can't be soft, you can't be lukewarm. The Most High put out that candlestick, put out that fire, man. You know, so you got to take advantage of your talent. You know, if you do rather do one lesson a day, stay consistent with the one lesson a day. Study. Right? You cut less known, Lord with Spirit dealing with you, it's gonna hit you right then and there. What you need to go into, Lord willing. Right? But you gotta take advantage of the talent, man. You gotta really put time in it, man. You gotta perfect your craft, man. Right? So like that's a little, it wasn't gonna be no long. Got a quick closing real fast. 2 Corinthians 4:16 said, For which cause we faint not, right? But through the outward man perish. The outward man is talking about the what? Talking about the flesh. It says, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. The inward man is the spirit. Because once the Most High see you trying, once the Most High see you growing, once the Most High see you really pushing in the truth, each and every day He's going to supply you with that spirit to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep staying strong, right? To continue on that narrow passage. Because we know it's tough and hard, right? As He said in verse 17, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Right? Yahweh Shah know we're going. He created these temptations. He could create all this. Everything that's going on, Yahweh Shah said it to happen. So we know what we're going through, know what we're facing. But it's the ones we're doing to the end. We're going to perfect their craft. So when those situations occur, you're able to overcome them, right? Through the spirit of probably Yahweh Shah, man. Right? So man, you got to perfect your craft, man. You got to take advantage of your talents, man. Right? So that being said, Lord willing, right? Hope that's edified and exalted. Right, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the hopeful elect, starting with the 104th